Hi Margaret, Coach Shockley here. I'm so sorry that we had this delay, and I appreciate you getting your video sent to me. And on April, and you had to put some things together to get it. But anyway, a little bit late, but we did get them, and I look forward to giving you some help here. I've watched your video here for about 30 minutes before we get started. What I want to do, I'm going to let you run here, and we're going to talk about something really important in your game. You have a nice game, you really do. You have some good things going on. Great follow through. Looks like you've got a really good step pattern. But what I really want to do before we slow this down, Margaret, and get into some analysis is, I want us to count your step cadence. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the point of this is, working with the pro bowlers and lady professionals, what I would like to see is I'm going to give you a step cadence like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See how slow you're going? What we've got to do, girl, is pick that up a little bit and not be so walky. You know, the ladies bowling, really, they have a lot of low ball speeds. You have a beautiful swing, and maybe it's because that you've really kind of kept yourself into an accuracy thing where you like to obviously hit your mark, but you're really walking a little bit too deliberate, okay? And that's a little bit about your tempo, and that's very, very important. But let's back up here and take a look at a couple of things from your technique. Okay, let's rewind. Okay, your first step is coming out. 1. Pretty good length of step there, not a problem. Right there is good. Let's just denote that with a little bit of a line here. That's a good length, no problem there. The next step, not too bad, but I would like for you to work on that one not being quite so big. Okay, maybe shorten it down into here. Okay, so we're going to shorten that step down. Now here is something that you do. We're looking at your footwork, all right? Forget the swing and all the other, talk about that in a minute. But look at something that you do that's unique. How you bring your right foot up with a bent right knee, and it's like you're going to step over a snake there, like you're going to step over something. Okay, that's kind of a different move. I don't see that very much. But what I like to see, I'd like to see that toe on that right foot stay closer to the approach. Okay, you don't want to have to get into this kind of like you're walking up it really looks like you're walking up a staircase. Okay, you're walking up. So we want to get right here from this point with our right toe. Or what we want to do is come from here and come on down this way with your next step instead of kind of coming up and over. Follow what I'm saying? Okay, we got this up thing going, and we got to keep our right sole closer to the approach. Now the length of your step here is okay. You're a heel toe, and this is where you really have a beautiful position. But in this point of the swing, girl, what I want to see you do more of, and this is really important, you can do this in your drills, rather than being kind of upright with this knee, see how it is here? If you look at the pro bowlers, what we're going to want to see is a little bit more of a knee bend. Okay, let's see if we can get more knee bend here to get us into what we call a power step. Okay, so we're going to work on that. Now, you have a really, really, really nice thing going on here. You got a good slide coming. Okay, looks pretty good, looks pretty good, looks pretty good, except for right there. See how good you look here? Look at your right and your left knee. See how nice and bent both of them are? Let's clear off some of these lines. Let's make some new ones. This is what you're going to want to work on too, is right here, you want to maintain that angle when you come in for your finish position. Now watch what happens. Watch it stiffen up. See it stiffen up? Really stiff right there. No good. We've got to get rid of that stiff knee. I'm going to show you how in a minute. But that's not where we want to be right there. Okay, and our toe is a little bit to the right. This is not a major thing, but you don't want to have that toe making its way too far to the right. But we've got to get that push on the step before the slide here. When we push, we've got to drive that right knee down. Okay, you're going to push with the right. That's got the rubber on the sole. and keep that left knee in that position. Okay? So when you push, see how your right leg is, you're holding back your right toe. You're not releasing. So when you push that right leg, see how my arrow is? I want you to push and let that leg come loose. Let it flow up toward your left. In other words, when you push it, let it go that way. Don't let it sit back here on the back. And it's just hanging out back here. It's not doing anything that we want it to do. That right leg, whenever we push, it should trail around to the other side, over there on the other side. I'll show you that in the rear view in a minute. So it should be back on the other side of your body. So you've got to get that right foot to push and bend. Now, so you bend late. What you got to do is get more bend and keep it when you're coming in for your slide. Right there. Now, I love your follow through. Excuse me. Your follow through is beautiful. You have a long, gorgeous swing. If you look from here, top of the swing to the bottom is very nice. So that's perfect right there. You're top of the swing. You're in great shape. I love it. I love that right there. Excuse me. Now, what we see is every great bowler, they're going to have that nice free swing. You're not a muscle bowler at all. You have a beautiful arc going. Okay? What you've got to work a lot on is your lower body. Lower body is beating us to death. Let's back you up a little bit and look at your upper body dynamics. You got the ball in a pretty good position. It looks like you're the type that likes to hold it up a little bit higher, but that's okay. That's not a big issue. You want to hold it up higher, that's fine. You push the ball out, step one. A little bit late. In other words, I like to see you move the ball out just a little bit sooner with that first step. 1, 2, 3. I'm looking at the upper body, not that lower body. That step up's kind of different, but upper body is good, good, and you're in a pretty good position here except for that lower body. You've got to get some knee bend going. You've got a beautiful balance arm. You've got a great posting situation. Okay, everything looks fine there. I want you to be very careful on something. This is just what you do. You roll the ball. You come in here and you roll the ball and you do the back walk. Walk backwards, 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 backwards. I saw a lady do that one time and she tripped over the ball return back there. She drifted a little left and broke her ankle. Just be careful when you're doing the backup. Okay? Be very, very careful with that. And your flow and your tempo. We definitely have to get some tempo going. We got to get you quicker with your footwork. Quicker with your footwork. Let's slow this down just a little bit. Put it in slow motion. Good. That's really great extension. I love your follow through, but right in the beginning, we're going to get the ball moving a little bit sooner in the beginning. And during the front part of the swing, that's what we're going to pay attention to. Right there. Good. I love your start. You're really in pretty good shape. You're just a little bit late moving the ball out with your first step. You're in really good shape right there beside your right knee with your bowling ball. Timing is in really pretty good shape. Top, pretty good, right, beautiful position. I can't beat you up too bad on this. You have a beautiful swing. You're just walking too slow. Walking too slow. Got to get those feet moving. Go to YouTube, girl. Look at Carolyn Doran Ballard and look at Liz Johnson. I want you to go online and look at these girls. They are moving. You've got a beautiful swing process here, but we got to get some feet moving. Okay? Work on that, kind of stepping up too high. That's a key. Your second step's a little bit long, but that's got to go away. We need to do that in a drill. Try to do that when you're walking. You wouldn't walk that way. I wouldn't think that if you're walking down the road, you wouldn't want to walk like that. So try to keep that foot down. And right here, see how that left knee is stiffened up? We got to get that lower and more bent. But you look gorgeous when you get right in here. Your ball's out over the lane, long and beautiful reach. You have gorgeous extension. We're going to see you from the rear view in a second, but I absolutely love that position. I want you to get that right leg to trail behind you over there to the left a little bit sooner, okay? And that's going to help out on the side view. Okay, those are some keys right there for you. I'm going to go ahead and let's stop and move over to one of your rear views, okay? Okay, Margaret, let's take a look at this rear view that you've got me.